Hi class, this is Mr. Olson. The focus of this unit is on community health. This lesson, we'll address part 2, conflict and conflict resolution. For this presentation, you will need a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper in order to take a few notes. Please take a moment to get your materials organized by clicking the pause button. Okay, boys and girls, let's get started. When you see the words conflict and conflict resolution, what words come to mind? For me, I think of a disagreement between two or more people. I also think of conflict as bullying, discrimination, harassment, violence, and gang violence. As for conflict resolution, I think of strategies to help me solve a disagreement, such as talk, listen, and resolve. Please take a moment and write down some of your ideas on a blank piece of paper. Remember to click the pause button, otherwise this presentation will keep going. Also, remember to bring your notes to class. Measures of the presentation. This presentation will be successful if we can answer the lesson questions clearly and effectively, apply the concepts learned about conflict and conflict resolution to our lives, and share our knowledge and understanding of conflict and conflict resolution, as well as our experiences with our classmates. Lesson objectives. As a result of listening to this presentation, you will come to understand the following. What is a conflict? What are different types of conflict, such as bullying, discrimination, harassment, violence, and gang violence? And what interpersonal and decision-making skills are needed to successfully identify and resolve these conflicts? These 3 questions will be answered throughout this presentation. Key term, conflict. Conflict is defined as a serious disagreement or argument between individuals or groups. Conflicts stem from different ideas, perspectives, feelings, beliefs, and/or needs. However, there are 2 types of conflict: external and internal conflict. An external conflict is a struggle between a person and an outside force. An internal conflict is a struggle that takes place inside a person's mind, such as heads or tails. Examples include bullying, discrimination, harassment, violence, and gang violence, all of which will be discussed further. Key term, bullying. Bullying can be defined as unwanted, repeated, aggressive behavior that involves real or perceived physical, social, mental, and/or emotional imbalances. Bullying varies from situation to situation. For example, physical bullying can include tripping, stealing, pushing, and hitting. Social bullying involves telling other kids not to be friends with someone, excluding others, and spreading rumors. Verbal bullying can be threats, teasing, hurtful comments, and name calling. Finally, cyberbullying can focus on mean texts, things that take place on the internet, prank calls, and rude comments on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat. Key term, discrimination. Discrimination can be defined as the unjust or prejudicial treatment toward a group of people. Discrimination typically occurs by race, age, gender, disability, and/or socioeconomic status. The best known examples are men being paid more than women for doing the exact same job. A man or woman not being hired by a company because of their age, and a man or woman not being hired or even being fired because he or she has a disability of some kind. Key term, harassment. Harassment can be defined as conduct which annoys, threatens, intimidates, alarms, or puts a person in fear of their safety. Harassment is typically unwanted, unwelcomed, and uninvited behavior. Examples of harassment are pictures, jokes, physical contact, gossip, and isolation. In looking at the picture, you can see that all of these things play a role as examples of harassment. Key term, violence. Violence can be defined as behavior that involves physical force intended to hurt, damage, or destroy something or someone. However, violence, as you may not know, generally goes through a cycle. For example, there is a tension building phase where people's emotions and feelings build up surrounding a problem or issue. The next phase is the abusive incident. This is where the actual physical force or behavior takes place. The third and final phase is the honeymoon phase. This is where people or individuals feel remorse and sorrow about what had happened in the incident. Key term, gang violence. Gang violence can be defined as acts of violence committed by a group of people who consistently participate in criminal activity against innocent people. Reasons why young people join gangs pertains to protection, fun, respect, money, and a friend, particularly if that friend was in a gang. An example of a gang group is the Bloods. Oftentimes, gangs will get tattoos to signify their loyalty and allegiance to a particular gang. Key term, conflict resolution. Conflict resolution can be defined as the ability to disagree without being disagreeable. In addition, it means inventing solutions that benefits both parties. An example would be where two companies merge into one large company in order to increase profit and efficiency. Often, the finer details of this detail is never easily worked out. They require time and negotiation. In the end, Both parties give and take in order to reach an agreement. In looking at the picture, you can see that there is a cycle of steps. Explore the issues, start a conversation, find some common ground, discover some solutions, make the process visible, listen, and ultimately resolve the conflict. Strategies for resolving conflicts. There are many ways to solve conflicts, as indicated in the picture on the previous slide, regardless of the type of problem or issue. The following are some additional strategies that can help you resolve conflicts. For example, taking a time out, allowing you to take a deep breath and reflect. Not raising your voice, particularly at someone. Not interrupting people when they talk. Allow others to complete their story, and then you may offer your end of the story. Ask questions and allow each person to speak freely and equally. And most importantly, use I statements instead of you statements. For example, I want, I feel, I would appreciate if, I think, I need, I expect, I wish, I understood you to say, I thought you said, it was my understanding that, I guess I misheard, please, or I would like it very much if you. These statements are key because they focus on how you feel as opposed to attacking someone. This is much more effective and will lead to better results. Conclusion. Throughout this presentation, we addressed the following questions. What is a conflict? What is different types of conflict, such as bullying, harassment, violence, discrimination, and gang violence? And how do we successfully resolve these conflicts? Please visit the Schoology webpage and look for the assignment posted online. If you have any questions or concerns, please email me at eolson@freeholdtwp.k12.nj.us. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this presentation.